A key witness in the Diddy trial has gone missing. This is super concerning because she is crucial for the case against one of the biggest names in music. She was actually going under a pseudonym like 3 other witnesses in the case, but she decided to waive that right and reveal her identity in her testimony. But now she's MIA. The federal prosecutors don't know where she is, her lawyers don't know where she is, and the prosecutors are using her testimony in the opening statement on May 12. That's not that far away. For now, she's known as Victim 3, and she was subpoenaed, which means that she is required to be there.
Determined to be Christina Coram, KK, who Diddy talks about a lot as his right-hand woman, if you will, and that they were discussing her, and then that led to her being served a drink where then she started to feel woozy, and then Mr. Combs her with an inanimate object, and then actually directed another gentleman to her while he watched and pleasured him.
One witness, one vanished phone call, and a voice note that could topple a music empire. What happened to the woman who was about to face Sean Diddy Combs in court? And why is his most trusted aide suddenly in the crosshairs? Federal prosecutors had her flight booked and her subpoena notarized. Yet, in the pre-dawn hours of May 10th, Victim 3, believed to be whistleblower Allie Carter, simply disappeared. Deputies sent to escort her found an empty apartment, splintered doorframe, and a cell phone left recording silence. Carter wasn't just another accuser. She was the narrative thread holding multiple complaints together. Months earlier, she'd gone live on YouTube, shaking, claiming someone leaked her address and goons had stormed her house. Viewers watched in real time as she begged, "If anything happens to me, look at Christina." But to understand why that name matters, we need to zoom out to the courtroom itself. Inside Manhattan's federal court, Sean Diddy Combs sits flanked by 3 attorneys, facing a 5-count indictment that reads like a Hollywood horror script: trafficking, racketeering, coercion, obstruction, and conspiracy. On May 14th, the gallery leaned forward as ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura recounted years of alleged control and forced freak-offs, her testimony punctuated by text messages the jury read aloud. See, the prosecution's rhythm was clear. Build a timeline of excess, intimidation, and fixers, then land the punch with Carter's first-hand story. Without her, that strategy teeters. Allie also posted about men who broke into her house and turned it upside down. The 83-second clip, authenticated through WhatsApp metadata, starts with panicked breathing. Carter whispers, "KK built the tunnels. She moves the pills. If they get me first, play this." Investigators believe KK refers to Christina Coram. Forensic audio text traced location pings to an apartment complex in Lancaster, California, the same address neighbors saw swarmed by unidentified men the night Carter vanished.
You get pressured, attacked, stalked, and hunted down for your own information. You get abused and re-victimized again by people who wanted to argue a back and forth this week like that fucking mattered. Okay? You had Stu Peters and Timothy Charles Homestead going back and forth, and nobody has even bothered. Not that I give a damn, and not that I understand that you guys are gonna be that selfish, but nobody has bothered to apologize for all the hell that has happened. But you guys were arguing back and forth, and in that meantime, we lost our home. You don't believe me? Here you go. What once was a full house, we were still paying rent on our house. What we were doing this whole time was moving everything because our house is gone. Our house is gone. This is the speaking out. What was our beautiful 3-bedroom acre home on 21225 Standing Rock Avenue, because everybody has the address, because organizations that were attached to Marx, Sawyer, and many other organizations decided to put out the address, my license plate to one of my cars, and many other of my So here you go. You can have it, right? Because this is what happens when you speak out. This is what happens when you tell all the truth. This is what happens when you decided to stand up for the children, and when you understand that survivors don't just get to do a seminar, and when you understand that survivors don't just get to just be and then show up somewhere and talk and monetize everything that they're saying. When you realize that that's bullshit, then you will understand. Look at the tactics and pay attention. Pay attention. I'm still not asking you for a damn thing but to wake up. I'm not asking you for a damn thing but just to get outside. I don't give a damn about money, numbers on my platforms. You can have all of it. You took everything. The only thing that I give a shit about right now is the fact that there is a baby in the way. There's babies in the way. There are people that I love that I can't get out of the way. What am I supposed to do when the people in the authority that you're supposed to go to, you can't go to them?
This note gives prosecutors a potential smoking gun, direct knowledge that Coram facilitated illegal activity, elevating her from civil defendant to criminal co-conspirator. They argue the new suit cements a pattern Carter could verify, if she can be found. A NY Post expose from May 15th peels back more layers. Assistants say Coram booked penthouse suites, kept ledgers of payoffs, and screened every phone entering a Combs property. And not only this, but also Allie's lawyer told the media about the situation, which Allie posted earlier.
So she was able to escape eventually and ran out into the streets yelling and screaming, and a neighbor heard her because this happened in a quiet suburban neighborhood, if you will.
So there's a witness?
Yes, we have a witness because as she's running out the house yelling, a neighbor saw her and invited her into the home.
Okay.
And it's the neighbor who then called the police, and the police did come out at that time. They also stated that they heard cars screeching, and the neighbor went outside and saw a black SUV leaving the premises very quickly. And by the time the police arrived, of course, he was no longer there.
Well, was the neighbor able to identify who it was?
The neighbor wasn't, only that they saw the car leaving, and they'd only described the truck. They could not tell who was inside, but she told the neighbor at the time who it was and why they were leaving so abruptly.
Now, these clips lead us to the question that where is Allie? And the only thing we know is that 2 marshals now detail that Allie boarded no flight, used no credit card, and pinged no cell tower after 3 a.m., May 10th. The FBI's Missing Persons Unit has joined the search, but sources whisper that witness protection red tape slowed emergency relocation. Meanwhile, Coram issues a glossy statement calling all allegations unthinkable. Legal analysts warn, if Carter stays missing, jurors may question the prosecution's narrative arc. Yet, if she appears, Coram's exposure could pressure inner circle staff to flip, and the stakes extend far beyond one superstar's verdict. Defense counsel quietly filed a motion to block uncharged acts testimony. The judge deferred until Carter's status is resolved. So, a superstar on trial, a fixer under fire, and a missing whistleblower holding the puzzle's last piece. This story isn't just about Diddy. It's about power, loyalty, and what happens when the gears of celebrity get jammed by the truth. So, what do you think? Has Allie Carter been hidden for safety or silenced? Will Christina Coram face charges if the voice note holds up? And can prosecutors win without the witness who started it all? Drop your theories below. And if you're ready to dive deeper into Hollywood's darkest corridors, tap our next video, because the drama is only getting started.